Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Now, I think this video is going to be titled like the LCS is in trouble or something like that. And obviously the LCS is in trouble for a couple of different reasons. One, Worlds is right around the corner, and usually this time of the year, international tournaments spell bad news for North America, for North American teams, North American players, North American fans. I mean, look at this last MSI. We had Blabber, who has been kind of one of the biggest North American players recently, having a very, very bad tournament, becoming a meme. Cloud9 not even being able to make the top four, and all of that stuff going on. But actually in this video, what I wanted to talk about more is a recent Reddit post that I saw talking about the overall viewership in the LCS. And it's no secret that the LCS viewership has been going down and down. There is a lot of different variables and factors at play here. But definitely at the end of the day, you have to understand that the LCS is in trouble. Maybe it's dying, maybe it's dead, or maybe this is just the start. Maybe it's possible to turn it around, maybe it's not. But that's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out my Patreon, patreon.com/IamGerm. If you want to help support me and my channel and my content, I would appreciate it a ton. With that being said, here we go, getting right into this. So I have been very critical of the LCS. I am a big fan of the LCS. I have been a big fan of the LCS for years and years now. I got into League of Legends in Season 4. We're in Season 11 now. You know, I've been watching competitive for that long. I've been very big into it. Pretty much every single weekend for the past, like 7 or 8 years, I've watched at least some competitive League of Legends, whether, watching all the games, watching very actively, or at the very least following the games, the players, all of that. And I've also done the same thing with the LEC, and I really like both of them. But at one point, the LCS was the bigger league, the more prestigious league, the more interesting league, the league with the kind of bigger, more popular players, bigger, more popular teams, the high production value, the casters, everything that everyone liked. And recently, obviously, that has been kind of going downhill. And I've been very vocal about that I think the LCS has a ton of problems. And everyone has a different reason for why they think the LCS sucks. But one thing I've been very vocal about is the fact that the LCS broadcast team has greatly declined in quality over the last couple of years. I think this most recent analyst desk, the one that they rolled out this season, is probably the worst analyst desk in the history of the LCS. And it makes it hard to watch LCS for 5 or 6 hours straight. It makes me want to watch the game and then do something else in between the game and the next game. And then that causes me to miss some of the next game. It causes me to miss some games entirely because I start doing something else, because I cannot sit there and watch this analyst desk with these analysts for 5 or 6 hours straight. I just cannot do it. They are too boring. They have no charisma. They have no energy. They have nothing interesting to say. They are horrible people on camera. They are horrible performers. They are horrible in pretty much every single facet, and people say that all the time. And then you look over at the LEC or even some of the other leagues where they have awesome talent. The segments are fun, the people are lively, the people are full of energy, the people are charismatic, the people get your attention. You don't want to turn away. You don't want to go do something else. You don't want to watch another YouTube video or play a video game or do anything else. You want to keep watching, and that helps you watch the next game and the next game and the next game. And that's something that I used to do at the LCS, but something I haven't been doing as of late. And kind of the interesting part here, the Reddit post we're talking about is this. This is from .esports, who says, the 2021 LCS Summer Split had the lowest peak viewership count of any LCS season over the past 5 years. Now, obviously, I think, the LCS or the NA production, whatever, is definitely part of it. It's just one factor. Another factor is the fact that North America has not been that good as of late. So, it's not as prestigious of a league or whatever, so people don't necessarily care about them, especially when you have Europe kind of popping off and you have Western viewers able to watch, the higher quality league. You also have the fact that North America has gone to a worse time slot for Europe, so it's harder for Europeans to watch, but I don't think that is on accident. I think that if you guys see the advertising side, which I actually get to see by doing YouTube, you get to see how much more valuable North American viewers are, especially to North American sponsors and stuff. The United States has a ton of money. The United States has a ton of people who spend a ton of money on stupid stuff, and advertisers pay so much more for a North American viewer than for a European viewer. When I make LCS videos, they make more money than when I make LEC videos, even when they get the same views, even when they're about similar topics, whatever. It's just better for me to have, Americans watching my videos in terms of dollars, if I want to make more money, rather than, having someone in, like, I don't even know, whatever European country, Denmark or something, watching one of my videos. And that's just how it goes. And I'm sure the same is true for the LCS, or even more so because the LCS has mostly American sponsors, where I don't really care who I'm making money off of, at the end of the day on this channel. Not that, it's any amount of money that even matters, especially compared to something like the LCS. The other thing going on is that obviously we just had the retirements of like Doublelift, Sneaky's not in the league, Bjergsen just retired, so a lot of people's favorite players are gone. All kinds of different stuff. There's just so much at play here, so much working against the LCS, and obviously I hate to see it because I want the LCS to do well. If the LCS does well, there's going to be more League of Legends fans, there's going to be more LOL esports fans, there's going to be more esports fans in general, there's going to be more people watching content. It gives me, a better chance to grow bigger, to grow faster, to get more eyeballs on my content, my channel, and also to grow the esport that I love the most. I think League of Legends is the best esport in the world. I think it's the best viewing experience. I think it's the most interesting. I want it to succeed, but currently it is not. It is dying. It is in trouble, and I think it is very, very sad to see. And I think a lot of it, not all of it, needs to be blamed on the leadership and the production staff of the LCS. And I think they need to do a better job because there is very, very talented people out there, and for whatever reason, they refuse to go out and get them. They refuse to, find bigger and better people, bigger and better talent, bigger and better personalities. They get new people, which is actually surprising. They're not just carrying over the same cast of bad people. They're going out and getting new people, but the hires they're making, I think, are very, very questionable, if not just downright terrible. Doublelift did actually comment on this a little bit too, so we'll watch this clip from him.
Prestigious to be a pro player, and so people are less motivated. People have less interest in giving it their all, and it has a snowball effect because LCS becomes less prestigious, and then LCS is also on the decline, and you see a slight decrease in pro players' drive, and then that in turn creates a lower quality LCS because people are less interested in doing interviews, and they're less interested in doing so many things. They're less interested in streaming. They're less interested in making content. They're less interested in practicing as hard as they possibly can and getting better. The quality goes down, and then LCS is then dying a little bit more, and it gets worse and worse until it reaches the floor. The floor is people are going to be doing the bare minimum, and that sucks. I think it's just a shame, and it's undeniable. If you ask every team, does the community's perception of LCS affect you? Does the fact that the viewership is worse affect you? Does it affect your enjoyment of being a pro?
So obviously he's talking about a lot of very, very important stuff, and I definitely agree with him to a big extent because, again, looking at somebody like me, if League of Legends continues to die, if the LCS continues to die, not even League of Legends, but mostly just the LCS, League of Legends in North America, it's going to be harder for me to get more views. It's going to be harder for me to grow my channel. It's going to be harder for me to make more money. I'm someone who has aspirations of, turning this into a career, turning this into a full-time job. I put a ton of hours into this, but if there's going to be no eyeballs, if there's going to be no money in this at the end of the day, then I can't just do this for free. I can't put in, 10, 20, 30 hours a week into something that doesn't have any potential, or into something that's dying in North America. It makes me consider, one, stopping making videos and doing something else. Two, switching to another game, switching to Valorant, switching to, something different entirely. And then, like Doublelift said, it makes it less prestigious for pro players, so the young kids coming up, they're maybe not going to play League of Legends, or if they do play League of Legends, they're going to stream, they're going to do YouTube, they're not going to try and go pro, and then that makes our pro team suck even more. It makes us not have results at Worlds even more, and then that makes people care even less, and we're in this vicious cycle right now where we really either need a team to step up and go on some crazy run, multiple year run like G2 to really boost the popularity, or we really need, the production staff to really step up and make the LCS by far the best production, by far the most entertaining, by far the coolest and most fun league to watch in the world. Because right now we're getting the worst of both worlds in that regard. And like Double is saying, he is noticing a clear impact on the players, on the teams, and obviously we're seeing a clear impact on viewership, which I think is very, very sad to see, especially when you have all these investors, all these teams putting so much time, effort, and money into all of this. You'd really hate to see it all go to waste. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you do enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What do you think the LCS should do to turn things around, to save the league, to be back on top, to start getting some viewers? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys on the next one. But until then, peace.